Welcome back to another video. I am quickly popping out. It's Wednesday afternoon. I'm leaving about half an hour later than planned, but I just had more work to do than I kind of thought. And my friend rang me as well on a bit of a stress. So I'm now on my way to a car park down the road. It's like a 10-minute drive from here because I got a parking ticket. It came through on Monday and I completely forgot about it until today. Basically, before Christmas, like a few days before Christmas, my boyfriend and I popped to Five Guys to pick up some food to bring home after the gym one night, which, not something we normally do, right? Fine. I got a parking ticket for where I parked, and I parked, so there's like, I'm going to go there in a sec so I can kind of show you what it looks like, but it's like a retail park. So I parked in there because there's a strip of shops behind the retail park where it's like, with mostly like food places and stuff. And my entire life, if I'm just popping to one of those food places, or if I'm just popping to Spoons for an hour or something that's around there, I will park in this car park because it's free. Whereas I could have parked in the multi-story car park, but I'm not going to park in the multi-story car park for literally picking up food. Like I think I was literally parked for 20 minutes in this spot. And my entire life, it's been my like not just my, like anyone in the area, I swear to God, parks in this car park for quick, easy parking and free parking. But it was a Sunday evening and they've just sent me a parking ticket through. So I obviously am planning on paying it because if I don't pay it in the next 2 days, it also goes up to the full amount. I think it's 60 quid at the moment. It goes up to 100 quid if I don't pay it in the next 2 days. So I want to just go and check what the sign says, just to make sure it's not like an error. I wouldn't normally do that, obviously. But my mum is adamant that it must be a mistake because she also does this. Like with my entire life, we've all done this. Also, Parcel Force have delivered my Alpha Leak parcel today, which annoys me. I'm actually in a really good mood today. I feel pretty good. But what annoys me about this is I swear to God, delivery drivers never bother to ring our doorbell, which is fine. Like, we live in a safe area anyway, but like the weather's not amazing today. And I went to leave a second ago and I just saw this in the post, like through the letterbox. And I was like, I've literally been sat upstairs in my office all day. Like, why didn't they just ring the doorbell? Anyway, it's fine. I've got my Alpha Leak parcel, which I'm very excited to try on, especially the hoodie. I've not had one of their hoodies before. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly go, and I also need to train as soon as possible because I am hungry. To be honest, the last 2 days I've just felt hungry. Like, I have been eating my normal amount. I'm not under eating by any means. I just feel hungry, but I think it's just because I've been sat at my desk working, and like, when you're just sat working, you just get hungry, right? Anyway, gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go and check what this sign says. I'm fairly confident that it hasn't been a mistake. Obviously, it's just a normal parking ticket, but if I can save 60 quid, I'll save 60 quid. Okay, so car parking update. I've just driven in and I'm going to take a picture of the sign, but basically it says there are new hours in progress. So basically they've changed it, and technically I shouldn't have parked here when I did. However, it also says that the gates will be locked outside of those hours, and the gates were not locked outside of those hours. And I parked here like 45 minutes after the closing hours on a Sunday. So I feel like potentially might not have to pay this ticket. I will be paying it unless I can find a phone number, because I actually have no idea. Funnily enough, I don't get parking tickets that often. Me and my mum did go through a phase of getting quite a lot of them, to be fair. Basically, if there's a phone number I can appeal it on, I'm going to ring them when I get home. If not, I will just pay it. But the safety gates weren't down. Obviously, it was pitch black, so how could I read the signs with the new hours on? But it's also really annoying because this is such a handy car park. I'm also, while I'm here, going to just pop into B&M just because I would like to get some different flavours of Monster. Okay, so just pulled up back at our house. Went to B&M, got 2 boxes of 4 packs of white Monster. Also got these to try. I am addicted to fizzy drinks, and it's a really bad thing, and I really hate myself for it. So we're going to try and not buy as many. The problem is we haven't been buying them, apart from cans of Monster. I will admit we do still buy those. And I have got in the habit of having one a day. But over the last week or so, where we haven't had any other fizzy drinks in the house, I've been having, not 2 Monsters every day, but I've been creeping up my Monster count. And that's really not good. So I was like, what if I try these really cheap 0-calorie Lucozades and just see what they're like? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to like get out of the habit of doing it. Again, it's just when I'm at home all day, I just want something. And because obviously I can't snack, like to be honest, I'm not much of a snacker. I reach for fizzy drinks more than I reach for snacks. I think I just need to have something nice, even though I like my squash. Anyway, that's not the important thing here. So I actually read the sign properly, and the sign actually says you can't park there outside of the hours. Wait a minute, that's not what it says. So the sign says maximum stay of 3 hours, no return within 1 hour. I was there 20 minutes. And it's for customers only, that's fine. You can't pay to park there, that's fine. Security gates are locked Monday to Saturday, 11 till 6, as in 11 p.m. till 6 a.m, and Sunday, 8:30 till 6. I got there Sunday, just after 9, and the security gates were not locked. So I feel like I shouldn't have to pay this ticket because they didn't lock the security gates when it was shut. I don't know if I'm going to get away with this, guys, but I'm going to try my best. I'm hoping there's a phone number on the form. If there's not a phone number, though, I am just going to pay it because I don't want to send off to appeal and then have to pay the full price of 100 quid. But yeah, I just feel like they didn't lock the gates. And to be honest, I don't drive around there often, but like sometimes if I've got to turn around, let's say I've forgotten something, that's like there's a good little roundabout near the entrance of the car park that you can turn around in. And I've never seen those gates locked. Never. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to head in. I am going to have an apple and I am going to have a Monster, my second one of the day, before I train, which I definitely shouldn't do. But I'm going to. Got heavy deadlifts and I'm going to try and just get some good music on and enjoy. Just have fun. That's when deadlifts go best. That's the plan. Also going to just see Zuko for a bit as well. So yeah, going to go train. Nothing else to really say. Just annoyed about my parking ticket, to be honest. I literally said in the last video, I want to stop spending money. I also had completely forgotten about this parking ticket when I was talking through what I'd been spending recently as well, so that's funny. But I also need to not forget about this parking ticket because I have 2 days to pay this lower amount. So anyway, going to go in, see what I can do, and then train. Okay, so I've just appealed my parking ticket. I need to get an apple. I need to start drinking my Monster. It is later than I want it to be. It is, about 4:10. So yeah, I appealed my parking ticket. This is really not interesting or relevant to the channel, but I tried to get through to someone on the phone with the number that it says to ring, and it said you can't make appeals over the phone, even though the number was specifically for appeals. So I was kind of going around in loops, and then he also loves to climb on me on the stairs. And then after that, I was like, oh, I'll just go online. I didn't realise, guys, if you appeal a parking charge, they basically pause it during that period. So if they don't get back to me inside of the 14-day notice period where I have to pay the lower rate, I can still pay the lower rate when they get back to me if they reject my appeal. Look at this dog. Oi. So yeah, anyway, that's done. I need to eat this, drink my Monster, and train. This session, thankfully, is quite a short session, although deadlifts are probably going to take a while just because they're heavier, and I want to just take my time and make sure I get them right. But yes, very much feeling good though. It has been a really good day, to be fair. I'm feeling pretty good. Had loads of really good conversations with clients and stuff today, and things are going really well for everyone, so I'm happy. Just need to get my dog to stop trying to use me as a toy. Okay, so I sat indoors way longer than planned. It is 5:45. I'm now going to start training, but thankfully it is a fairly short day. Already mentioned that obviously deadlifts I'll take my time on, just because they are heavy. It's the last week of the block, and I need to learn to just enjoy deadlifts, focus, get them right. But yeah, now I'm about to start training. Don't think I've really got anything more to say. I feel like there was something I was going to say, but as always, I've forgotten. But yeah, just last and press, ascending sets, and then heavy deadlifts, glute circuit, done.
Took a deal, sign another deal, post up in the hills on the rail, headed for a mill, travel with me still, getting kills, all this pop appeal, got these pop stars try popping in, and they getting pop for real, I ain't tryna build, I was tryna lead a mill, getting to it, before I hopped up off the block, I was still going through it, friends doing pills, and came faster than it should've, I was Buddy Hill, shooting at a pace soon as I pull up, dropping buckets, hey, yeah, like it's nothing. In the kitchen.
Okay, so literally just done my last my last set of bench. It was okay. Like, bench feels considerably better on this day, consistently week from week. And I genuinely think it's because I had the skill practice of yesterday to then carry over to today, which I'm going to talk through the changes I'm going to make to my training block, like once this week is done when I go into the new block anyway in a separate video. But honestly, I think adding like a priming day before my heavy session on Saturday will be key for me to get better, like to feel more comfortable benching. I must admit, I did slightly mess up my single at 105 today. Basically, I didn't really lock in enough for the unrack, and I didn't really have enough leg drive for the unrack, and my positioning was a bit off. So the unrack felt super, super heavy, and then I kind of panicked a little bit. So the pause and everything wasn't great, but I definitely feel like I was trying to kind of think of like elbows to plates today. That was the cue that was running through my head that I've heard someone say before, and I never really got it, but I definitely noticed today that really worked well for me in reminding me to actually flare and not go into old habits of tucking, which on that single I think I tucked a little bit more than I did on the previous sets, but all 4 ascending sets felt fantastic, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm gonna set up and deadlift, so I think I got that done in like, I don't know what the time is. I got that done in literally 15 minutes, so no complaints there. Got heavy deadlifts now. I'm gonna put some girly pop on and just get in the mood for it, and hopefully things go really well. I think because deadlifts didn't go well last block, I've been really in my head, or not in my head with them, because they've been moving really well this block. I've just been dreading this week in case it happens again. But also at the end of the day, if it happens again, it happens again. Like it's not the end of the world. Like I'm still building strength either way. Like I just got to do what I can. So got to remember that and stop overthinking it. But I think they're going to be well. And I've got leggings on too, so it shouldn't stick to my legs at all. Got chalk, although I've got my shit chalk, so I need to order some good chalk. But I'm not spending any money for a while now, unless I have to pay this parking ticket. Anyway, gonna stop talking and just gonna set up and get deadlifts started.
Yeah. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, cause I'm dropping buckets. Ay, yeah, like it's nothing. Ay, earn my respect and burn a budget. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, baby, yeah, I'm dropping buckets. Drop some cash for me, don't worry about my past for me. I'm driving with no gasoline, this life I live's a fantasy. Yeah, I do this for my dogs, all my day ones and my family. My life gon' live through them if I end up in any trap.
Guys, you can hear Hannah Montana in the background probably. I just have my music down. I'm so happy. I just blew chalk on my face. 165 for 5 is not a PB. I've done it for 3 by 5, I think, in the past, if I'm not mistaken. And that was when deadlifts were going incredibly well in the lead up to All England's last year. I've struggled mentally with deadlifts since All England's. Like they felt so good on that comp, although I did mess up my second attempt, which then tired me out for my third, but that's a story from last year, like that's not important. But I felt like I could pull 200 at that point, and I've not felt like that since. And I mean, 165 for 5 last block I failed. Like, deadlifts last block were a shambles anyway because I didn't have chalk for most of the block, but I failed 165 for 5 last block. Like I think I did 3 reps. Then on my 4th, I like completely pissed my pants, if I'm honest. Like I definitely spoke about it in the video. And it was like so difficult. Like I could have probably grinded out the 5th rep, but it would have been like death grind. I just did 5 reps at 165. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't obviously like super, super easy, but it was like an RP7. Like it was fine. The only thing I think I felt was my grip might not hold, but actually on the 5th rep, I held it at the top to prove to myself that my grip is holding, and I was fine. 165 for 5 shouldn't be something that I'm really proud of, because at my level of competitiveness and where I want to be, that should be everyday weight. Like I can literally squat that on my week 1 of the block. Like I should be able to pull it comfortably. But obviously I'm a squat specialist at this point. Like my deadlift has always been the one that I struggle with the most. And just to know that I obviously still have the strength from before. Like I could do 2 more sets of that, like I did before All England's last year, and I would feel fine. So I just feel really happy. Maybe I might have my deadlift up. I definitely think I am, and I definitely think it's all mental, like it's all mindset. Like I came in today and I knew that I needed to just have fun, enjoy it, and just get it done and just have fun and find my love for them again. And I definitely feel like I've just done that, and I'm so happy with how that moved. That was so comfortable. I also reminded myself, like, so I spoke in the last video with squats, like you can't escape the weight. So I've heard people say before that love deadlifts that, like, you know, the good thing with deadlifts is you get a little bit of a break from the weight between each rep, where with squats, that is constantly on your back. But I think for me, I prefer always knowing what it feels like in between reps on deadlift, like you have to obviously reset, take the slack and do it again. And I don't like having that little break in between, obviously, which is why my squats are that much better. But I'm so happy I got that. Like so happy I got that. I need to do my back offs, but I'm so happy I got that. Very, very happy, you can guess. But yeah, big mental barrier, like overcome there, very much so. Like I know there's a lot of room to give, And you don't have to push deadlifts max effort in training, because deadlifts fry your CNS more than the other 2 lifts anyway. So very good start to deadlifts. Well, finished with the block, I guess, because my back offs are pretty light. I think they're like 147 for 5s. But anyway, I'm just gonna load the bar and get them done.
I hope y'all understand this shit got bigger cause it had to be. I always knew I had it, but just not at this capacity. I recognize the gravity, closer to the summit, stacking chips and counting nuggets. I've been stunting, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets. Hey, yeah, like it's nothing. Hey, in the kitchen chopping onions. Hey, tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, cause I'm dropping buckets.
Okay. Session is complete. Deadlifts. I was brave. I was meant to do 147 in back off, but I was like, no. Partly I was lazy because the yellow was already on the bar. I was like, no, do 150. 150 is easy. You can do this. It's fine. And it was. Lower back. Well, I say lower back, kind of lower to mid back. Getting a little bit pumped, but nowhere near as bad as it has been. And considering this was a heavy week, very happy with that. Glute circuit done. Done. Very happy. I'm probably going to end the video here because the next 2 days, I'm not really doing too much. I feel like it's probably already been quite a long video. I will keep you guys updated if I end up having to pay my parking fine, however long that takes to sort. But yeah, no, nothing else to really say, I think. Obviously I'll think of something else more to say. One thing I want to mention in this video, so it was yesterday that I hit 170 for 7? Yeah, 170 for 7 on squats. And the fact that I feel completely fresh today after doing that is huge. I literally don't feel even remotely tired from that. My body feels absolutely fine. And I'm in a calorie deficit. I know Monday I obviously went a bit over because I went out for dinner. Well, a lot over judging by my weight. I went out for dinner and everything. But the fact that today I feel completely fresh, completely fine, and able to come in and hit that set on deadlifts, which moved incredibly comfortably too. If I had that fatigue from yesterday, that would not have moved that comfortably, is huge. And I genuinely think I have so much more to give on squat, on all 3 lifts to be fair, but on squat especially at the moment. 170 for 7 shouldn't be that easy, and that easy for my body to handle. I should feel some kind of fatigue from that today, but I don't. So I'm very excited by that. And yeah, very excited for Saturday's session too. So yeah, gonna wrap the video up here. The next 2 days, I'm in the office the next 2 mornings, and then I'm just gonna be doing coaching work and stuff in the afternoon. Got my accessory day tomorrow, but because it's the last week of the vlog, it will be absolutely minimal, RP 6 at most, on literally pull down rows. I think that's literally going to be it. I'm not even going to do, I might even do it here to be honest, because I'm not going to need to do any arms. I don't do arms in the last week of the block, just to obviously recover as much as possible for, basically I just take out any isolation movements on the last week, and if I do them, I will do them incredibly light, but this week I'm not going to, especially because my elbow's been feeling particularly bad this block too. So yeah, literally going to have the easiest accessory day tomorrow, and then Friday, rest day. I might pick up the camera some more, I don't know, but I will end the video here. So if you made it to the end, thank you very much, and I'll see you hopefully in a few days for the next one.
Yeah, like it's nothing. Earn my respect and burn a budget. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets.